Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair, guys. Our mission here at the garage is to save you guys as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos, guys. Let's go ahead and start on it now. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair, guys. Today, guys, we'll show you how to change the oil on Toyota Sienna, guys. We're talking the model, the generation from 2011 up to current, probably 16, 17. So this is a V6 3.5 engine. Okay, so stay with us and we'll show you how to do an oil change, what we're going to need and what you need to address. So so far we need oil, and I'll show you. We'll check the manual where to see how much oil exactly you need, because some years might differ. So if you guys open the manual, okay, and you go to page 739 for this specific year, okay, you can check your engine, okay. If it's I'll show you where to find the letters for the engine in 1 minute. Ours is the 2GR, which is the 3.5 V6. With the filter change we need 6.4 quarts or 6.1 liter. So let's start on it now. It is recommended, guys, to do the oil change after driving the car for about 5-10 minutes. The downside on that is you can seriously burn yourself on exhaust or oil as well. So you have to be careful. You can do it with a cold engine. It's perfectly fine, but you have to let it drain for a longer time. This is the oil filter that we're using. It's a high mileage filter because we're using synthetic oil when we usually do them 8 to 10,000 miles. The difference between the high mileage filter and the regular cheap filter is that the other one is just a paper filter, and this one is a really heavy duty filter, so it's going to last more. It comes with all the seals. We need 6.5 quarts, one jug is about 5 quarts, so for 2 oil changes I figured we need about 3 jugs. So we'll have the links for all the products we use, guys, please check them out. Okay, so now we need to open the hood, and when you open the hood, on the engine cover right here you can find the letters. Ours is 2GR, you can see, so you can see in the manual your oil capacity that way. We have the car, the front end in the air with jack stands, that way we can drain the oil better, and I'll show you why. The oil plug, okay, let me see if I can get in there. Okay, you can see this is the oil plug, okay, right there. And this one is with a 14 millimeter socket in our case. Okay, so you always have to wear gloves, guys, protective eyewear and stuff like that. Don't ask why we don't. I know we should. So this is the oil plug. Stay with us to see what 3 things you should always check when you do an oil change. That way you can avoid costly repairs. We will let it drain for about 5 to 10 minutes now. Once you open the drain plug, guys, it's always a good idea to open the fuel cap. That way you have no vacuum in the engine and the oil will drain freely. Okay, ours drain all the way. We're going to install our drain plug now, and I would recommend to get it tight now, guys. Do not leave it for later, because if you do, you might forget, and if it gets loose by vibrations, you lose all your oil. You will need serious engine repairs or even a new engine, which could cost thousands of dollars. So we'll just go ahead and get it tight now. Okay, you can find the torque specs actually if you need them. And this filter that we use, guys, again, that video, nothing is sponsored, it's just everything purchased by us, but we like it because it even comes with the manual how to do everything as well, so you can read. Now we're going to remove, there is a cap on the oil filter, and there is a special drain plug. That way we can drain the oil filter before we remove it, so we can avoid making a mess everywhere. So the cap in our case, okay, it's just a square one, okay, right there, and with extension and a ratchet we are going to get it loose now. Okay, and unfortunately our filter got loose before the cap, which could happen. Okay, we got the filter tight, so now we can just go ahead and remove the cap, because otherwise if you remove the whole filter, guys, it will be a big mess. You can go ahead and do that as well. Okay, so it will not leak out too much now. And this is the tool that comes with the oil filter, and you can actually install a hose if you want on it. That way you can control where the oil flow will go to. So now you just need to get this one tight. Okay, and you can see the oil started leaking out. There is a valve that it pushes, and that way all the oil from the filter housing will come out. Just give it a few minutes and we'll proceed. Okay guys, so we will remove the drain plug now. It's almost drained all the way. We dropped it in the bucket, but you will not need it anymore. Because if you buy a new filter, it comes with a new drain plug. And now there is a special tool for the filter housing removal. In our case, we don't have it. You can purchase it, but we don't have it. We use just regular filter pliers that we have here. Okay, and if you grab it good, you'll be able to take it out, but in some cases, if it's very tight, you will not be able to. I'll show you how tight it needs to be, and when you have the tool, you can actually use the torque wrench, and I'll share the torque specs with you for the oil filter housing if you need them. Again, wear gloves. Okay guys, it's almost out. We have a video how to reset the message, oil change required, maintenance required inside the vehicle, that annoying message that always pops on the screen and the dash. Okay, so you can see it came out. Okay, so now we're going to scoot everything towards the back, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It's always a good idea to have some shop towel, because you will need it. If you don't want to get your shop dirty or anything like that, a cartoons or old box, something like that will work good to absorb the oil, and make sure that you guys recycle the oil. So you can see this one comes with 2 new seals that we will need to replace, and you always have to make sure that you don't have a seal stuck on the oil filter housing. Okay, that's the old filter. That's a cheap paper filter. You can see regular filter, and you can see how it started deforming even, because we have about 6,000 miles on the oil. Okay, and with a small screwdriver you can pull the seal out. It's very important to apply clean oil on the new seal. That way the oil filter housing will not get stuck for the next oil change. There is a special groove, okay, that it goes to. Make sure you get it right. Okay, right there. And now on the bottom, actually, we're going to drain that oil out now. Okay, you can see it's pretty dirty oil, to be honest with you. We have another seal on the bottom part, right here. This one, again, will need to be replaced. This is the valve that we push with a special tool in order to drain it. And it says tighten to 25 plus minus 5 Newton meters. So that's the torque specs on it. Okay, and we can actually go ahead and install the cap now. Okay, like that. We'll need to get it tight, guys. And you can actually get the oil filter tight with it. Okay, so you make sure that everything is tight. So now we'll need a new filter, okay, which is right here. Always make sure that one of the sides doesn't say up or down. This one doesn't, so we'll just, it looks identical, we'll just push it in there. Okay, like that. Oh, you guys, make sure that you don't have any dirt or anything like that. Clean everything good. Install the oil filter, get it tight to the torque specs. You can use a torque wrench. So we're just getting it tight now, guys, and those are the torque specs for the oil filter housing. Again, 25 plus 5 minus plus 5 Newton meters. Okay, and this is for the little cap down there, 12.5. You can go all the way to 15 on it, so make sure that you don't exceed that, because you can strip the thread on it actually. So we got it tight, we got the oil port tight, right? Few things so far that you should never forget. Get the oil port tight, get the oil filter housing tight as well. Alright guys, so we can drop it down now, we don't need it in the air anymore, so we need it leveled because we'll be adding oil. So you want to make sure that the vehicle is leveled horizontally as much as you can, that way you'll be able to get an accurate reading for the oil. So we're ready to add the oil guys, and check out World Mechanics, our second channel guys. We have the Fiesta that we're building there and that BMW as well for some cool videos. Okay, so now we will add 6.4 cords, that's what the manual said, and we'll just see what we need to do after that. I'll let you know, so stay with us. Full synthetic oil, fluid titanium technology. Again, everything is purchased by us, nothing sponsored, but that's what we use in our vehicle. Okay, so we'll just add one bottle is, one jug is 5 cords, so we'll need to use a little bit from the second one. So we added 1.4 cords from the second jug now guys, so now we'll need to get the funnel out of the way, put the oil cap, and try not to spill any oil, otherwise you'll get really dirty later. You might get it on the exhaust and start smelling, and make sure you catch the cap right, because if you cross thread it you need to get a new cap, so take your time. Now we're going to pull the dipstick out, clean it and measure the oil level, but it will be over the maximum, and this is because the oil filter is still empty. We will need to start the car to let it run for a minute. Okay, so let's check the level now. Okay, you can see above the full mark, but that's fine. We'll go ahead, put the dipstick on, okay, and we will actually go ahead and start the car now. Let it run for about 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, make sure that your oil light turns off. It might be on for a few seconds. Okay, ours didn't even show. Okay, so we'll just let it run for a little bit. Okay, we'll turn it off and let it stay for about 5 minutes before we check the level again, that way we can get an accurate reading. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, so we'll put the dipstick guys, wipe it, and we'll need to put it again so we can get an accurate reading. Again, make sure that everything's leveled. Okay, we're ready to pull it now. Okay, and let's check. Okay, right at the maximum right here guys, so that's good, but try not to exceed the maximum. We will probably even recommend putting 6 cords, and check it better be a little bit below the maximum, because if you add a little bit too much oil, what could happen is you could actually damage the catalytic converter, because the excessive amount of oil will try to burn through the exhaust. So thank you for watching guys, see you next time. So guys, hopefully the video was helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Now check out our YouTube channels guys, we have more than 19,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. That's why we make these absolutely free videos. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching, see you guys next time.